Alright, welcome back to another NoGi Driller's Guide session. This time, I really wanted to drill and focus on getting better at stopping the arm weave pass. This is one pass that I use a ton, where I basically weave my arm in around their leg and then I block the lower leg and I'll club the head or I'll grab the gi and I'll tripod up, and then I'll be able to come around my opponent or even jump over to the other side. It's a very effective pass. It's a pass that's been used on me many times in tournament, and a lot of times what happens is even if they don't pass you, it will force you to turtle, and that will give them the advantage, and then they'll just keep those grips and win the match with that. So just a little tip, if there's a way that you want to win some matches, that's one way that I have lost a couple times now, is having opponents stall me out and get that one advantage for forcing me to kind of have to expose my back before I re-guard. But in this situation, I'm trying to figure out the best way to think about stopping that pass and at least getting back to a guard or getting back to a place where it's not stalling me out. It's an incredibly annoying position that you can get stalled out in. So the big thing first is the frame on the shoulder and under the neck. If my opponent can't drive his head down and get that tripod TP stance up where he's able to control his hips and move around, I've noticed that I've had a lot of success with stopping it. So utilizing the ability where he can't create downward pressure and allow his hips to move was a big success for me. So framing right on the shoulder and getting the bone. Don't get the wrist. Use the bone of your forearm like a blade. And just like right there, it'll give you a really good loop choke variation for the no-gi session. But this will all work in the gi too. You want to think about making sure they can't put their head down. Okay, the shoulder, the framing, getting the posture back. Your knee and elbow working together is another big one that I've noticed with success. The other thing is making sure that you're not allowing your knee to get completely smashed with their hips, which again, if you're going to control their posture with that initial beginning grip, it's going to be hard for them to be able to drive forward and control the hips with the backward pressure. So big one, don't allow them to control your hips by smashing you down. Don't allow them to be able to drive their head forward. Those are the two big tips that I really noticed with this. And then from there, understand that they can either control your back leg, your bottom leg, or your top leg. It's really hard to control both. So creating that space and using that space to be able to escape your top leg into the arm drag was another nice variation. But thank you guys for watching this episode.